Hello and welcome
to the Daft Hunks, motherfucker.
I'm Tucker,
And I'm Ashton.
and we're back again for another episode with the Fantasy Twins.
Yeah!
What's your fantasy?
Our fantasy is that of two twins.
Yes. Oh my God. When there's twins,
We fantasize about them.
I mean, yeah, this is the Fantasy Twins, and you know they're looking good.
Yeah, you probably don't know them. They have 8 monthly listeners.
Yeah, and
but we decided that we'll let the Fantasy Twins open this shit up today.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Why does it make sense, though?
Because today we're talking about an episode of podcast.
We're talking about a podcast called Car Seat Headrest.
A podcast called Twin Fantasy. No, the 2011 album from Car Seat Headrest. It's
The
the
man himself.
10th anniversary.
Yeah. Of this
Will Toledo.
iconic album right here.
Yeah.
All the sad furries love this one.
The sad furries
and
love
so do
this
we.
one.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which group are we a part of? Are we in or out? No one knows.
yeah, we're not gonna tell you.
We're not going to tell you today.
Wait till
But,
the end to find out if we're also gay furries.
Yeah, that's the reveal. But we're gay for the Fantasy Twins, for
we
sure.
are. Yeah.
This is off Intoxicating, the 2005 record.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like they stole Lady Gaga songs. I don't know.
This rages. This goes hard as fuck.
Opening was like pure.
No, this is.
Yeah.
This would go crazy in the club, man.
For
You don't
sure.
get it.
This is-
You don't get it.
My first thought was like Love Island music.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I watched some Love Island Australia today.
Mm,
Just a random app, like 25 of a season
Okay.
that someone else was
Any
watching.
good? Any good?
It was pretty good actually. There was drama. It was Truth Bike episode.
Truth Bike?
Yeah, so they get on a bike and they ask each other questions.
Oh shit! It all comes
Yeah.
out.
Love Island, baby.
Love Island, baby. There's no information on the Fantasy Twins. I wish we could give you more.
We don't know
info.
who the fuck they are, but we do know
Look them up.
what Twin Fantasy Mirror to Mirror is.
Yes,
The
we do.
2011 seminal lo-fi masterpiece
Yeah.
by Will Toledo.
A Bandcamp record
Yeah,
initially.
the- yeah.
The band.
All of the band, the band camp record.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, Will Toledo. Let's open with My Boy,
My boy.
Twin Fantasy.
Yeah, this album famously was redone in
Yes.
2018 by Car Seat Headrest. And I think that was both of our introductions to it.
Yeah, I didn't start with this mix.
No,
by
I
any
didn't. I
means.
didn't either. But I do have some appreciation for it as well, especially since it's been on
It's
Spotify.
interesting to go back and forth, like compare the two. But definitely more lo-fi.
The fact that this album was genuinely just made in a fucking Target parking lot,
But,
like
yeah.
that is so awesome.
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean, yeah.
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
insane that he was sitting
Literally,
in a
the
random
vocals
parking lot.
just.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Where else can you record? Where else
If
can you
don't-
sing about
if
this
you don't-
shit? It's fair.
You're too embarrassed to do it in your own room. You can't
Yeah.
even go to your garage like we do.
I mean, the only place, you can really get inspired is the Target parking lot.
Yeah,
you know?
he must have just been in the back seat looking forward, like, hey, car seat
Headrest.
headrest. Now that's gonna be a name to remember.
Just a nice,
Awesome intro.
Yeah, great intro. Just
Yeah, but you can.
anthemic, like off the bat. Just
Yeah.
just absolutely. I don't know. This record and like Teams in Denial are just very to me like a love letter to like classic rock, like in some way.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, especially the newer version of this one where he does
Yeah.
like clean it up a lot.
Yeah.
Because this
yeah.
one's so just like fucking raw.
Yeah.
But
No, but
absolutely.
very, very fun. Very fun. My boy, we don't see each other much.
Yeah. Why
It'll
don't
take
you
some
see each
time.
other much? Will.
Somewhere down the line, we won't be alone. Yeah, I guess your boy's in another town. I don't
Yeah,
know.
my boy, he's my boy.
You know,
he
he goes
left.
to another school.
Yeah, this is
My
how I
boy.
feel when like Tucker's out of town and we can't do the podcast. I'm like,
don't see each other much.
it's a great intro though. The low fineness of this version is crazy.
Oh,
each
damn.
and every drum you can hear.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Sorry, I fucked up.
Take some time.
Yeah. I don't know.
Somewhere down.
Very fine.
Actually, make sure we're listening to the right version here. By the way.
Oh, I just
We might be
somehow
on-
I guess somehow got lost.
Yeah, we got switched over to the wrong
Somehow got
version, but
switched.
it's okay.
It's so confusing.
What's confusing about it? They just have the same album cover and pretty much all the same.
I guess mirror to
song
mirror is
names.
what I have to look for.
You gotta find the mirrors.
You gotta find the mirrors.
Yeah, that's. I don't know the whole explanation for the face to face versus the mirror to mirror. I guess like a mirror to mirror is like you're just seeing
A reflection.
You're just seeing your own reflection. So you're only seeing your own thoughts, and you're just putting your own thoughts against your own thoughts, which gets you nowhere, I guess.
I like that. Yeah.
Whereas face to face,
You're really actually engaging.
like this, face to face.
No, I'm actually just a mirror.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Big reveal. No, I'm a hologram.
But
yeah.
genuinely, the difference between I've never seen on any other artist do this before, where they go back and re-record an album.
Did you not listen to Red, Taylor's version?
Car Seat Headrest did it first, y'all. She did it first.
Well, I mean, at this point, Will was like in a big major label, and like didn't have a bunch.
Well,
of,
yeah.
like,
So basically,
let's
the
go to track
original,
two, the
the
classic.
2011 version was just taken by that. What is that evil guy? Scooter Braun.
Scooter
just took
Braun,
Twin
yeah.
Fantasy 2011.
A lot of people don't know that.
People don't know that, but
People don't
Scooter
know
Braun
that.
actually owns the mirror-to-mirror version.
Scooter Braun owned the Target that he was recording. And he's like, fuck, this guy is on some
This guy's
shit.
on some shit. I'm gonna buy this.
I'm gonna buy this.
Yeah, so that's why the 2018 version was re-recorded. Will's version.
Okay, here's track 2, the classic.
It's Beach Life and Death. The speed limit
Kept decreasing by 10.
This one's gonna be hard to talk about because it's just so incredibly awesome.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
this
like,
is.
it's one of those where we're like, instead of talking about it, we're just gonna sing.
We're just gonna sing
lyrics.
along to it. Yeah, exactly.
I think we once had a bit. It was like every time we have like dead air, we're like, we need to take a second. This song just
We
starts
just-
playing.
yeah.
This is our elevator music.
That'd be so funny. As the game is. Yeah, so I don't even know what to say about this one. Wait, I mind any thought about you. There were signs on. But this is just.
I mean,
It's one of the greatest songs of all time,
truly.
in
Just-
my opinion.
Just like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
12.5-minute song.
Just-
doesn't feel like it. Like
no,
it's just.
you make it to the 4-minute mark and it feels like no time has passed.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
I love this part. What should I do? Eat breakfast.
Eat breakfast.
Eat lunch.
And then what else should he do?
Eat dinner.
Yeah. And then after that, what is there to do?
Go
to bed.
Go see a friend. Go to
see
the
a
store.
friend, yeah.
We
It's
just
just
went
like-
to the store.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, so he's in this depressive
He's in a
state.
tough spot,
He's in a
yeah.
tough spot. He's just driving aimlessly, basically, seeing road signs, turning around, seeing the same road signs again.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what the fuck to do with his life.
Yeah. No, I love the first like few stanzas really paint a picture. Is your genius not loading?
It is not. I mean,
Uh,
we got lyrics though, actually.
But yeah,
on
he
Spotify, if
he
you
drives
want
to
to
Harper's
pull 'em up.
Ferry, thinks about you,
I love that.
and then the Monopoly board was still in the back seat. I love that line.
Yeah, so they just must have played it. It's just so vivid. The writing is just
Yeah, it's so
amazing
great.
on
It's so
here.
great.
It's
So like I think this person like got on a train and left.
yeah.
The Monopoly board's still in the back seat. We were playing Monopoly. in the
They just played Monopoly, yeah.
back. Yeah. And now you're just down bad. I love this next bit. Reached out when I thought you were taken.
You're just referencing his other
I love it so
random
much.
ass songs.
All his
One
other
of them we
beach
can't
songs.
say. Yeah.
We can't say one. But it wasn't about you.
It wasn't about you, but it could have been. Wait, no, it couldn't have been. There's
Yeah.
just you never see this in
No.
any other song.
To
He's
just scream, I spent a
week in Illinois.
And came back to find you were still gone. So
Every line is memorable.
Yeah.
Every line is
we're just-
screamable.
fully like just building
Yes.
tension.
No, it's straight top of dome. Like it's that kind of style where
Yeah,
he's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
talking about random shit. Like one moment he's talking about I was in Illinois and you were gone. Next I was on Skype
Yeah.
with my friends.
I never came out to my friends. We were all on Skype.
Yes, the dog motif is
Yeah.
one of the best parts.
Do you have something against
You have something
dogs?
against dogs. Just because Will has a furry PFP doesn't mean that you need to talk shit. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you have something against dogs?
Hate dogs?
That was probably what people thought of me when I was at the furry convention was happening at my work. Have I talked to you about
No, I
this?
didn't know that.
Yeah, at my place of work there was a furry convention.
What do they call it? What's the title?
I think it was called Snafu.
Okay.
I don't know what that acronym stands for, but you can tell
I
what
don't
the
wanna
F
know.
stand for.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't want to know what that stands
Don't wanna
for.
know. You
But
don't
yeah,
wanna
they were probably like, "What do you have against dogs?" When I but yeah,
You see, yeah.
back into. We could even take a pause here and just like dissect this whole
I
section
love
of
this.
this song.
This stanza's great. I'm almost completely soulless.
I'm incapable of being a human.
I'm incapable of being inhuman.
Inhuman, sorry.
Oh no, he says both.
Oh, but I am incapable of being a human. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I am living uncontrollably.
I love this. I think about this line a lot. I don't know why.
This resonated when I listened to this
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
This next line resonated with me heavily.
It should be called anti-depression. This is like a fun stand-up joke.
It could either be a stand-up joke or a self-help book. Like it's in the middle of both.
It should be called anti-depression, as a friend of mine suggested, because it's not the sadness that hurts you;
It's the brain's reaction against it. Actually, the more you know. That could be literally some like stupid fucking TikToker who posts facts. So it should be called anti-depression, as a friend of mine suggested.
Yeah, it could be so many things.
I want gravity to stop for me. Laws of nature.
I love this.
Fuck.
I want a cut scene.
I want to cut from your face.
Scene. Your face
To my face.
my face. I want the next related to be.
To go insane.
Damn, I just
That
Yeah.
just
I just don't
fucking
know how
awesome.
you cook this up. Like
he was. Yeah.
it's just so crazy. Like
What was the writing? Like he literally must have just been going like so quickly writing this down, everything that's jumping in his mind, and he's then like he's reading what he just wrote, and he's like, I really don't want to go fucking insane. I sound crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's so anthemic. It's so like loud. Like we're just
I saw Car Seat
fucking
Headrest
moving
on the second Twin Fantasy tour, obviously in 2018, and that went crazy.
It went bonkers.
When everyone's screaming, I don't want to go insane.
Yeah.
This one, Decker was at the concert with me. I don't know if you do that, but she likes this one. She likes Beach Life and Death. Yeah, my sister who's
That's
not
fun.
an indie
Your
head like most
sister
of you
who give us some like points of like.
Yeah,
like,
she's her music taste,
Yeah, music
like
taste.
Blink,
Blink and eight.
and like
Sure.
Weezer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how
Just
far
to like
into
to
the
hear
song?
this and be like, I like this.
She's like,
This is
yeah.
fun.
Oh, this is fun. Yeah, 13 minutes in, she was like, that was pretty good.
That was fun.
That was one song, right?
Last night I dreamed he was trying to kill you.
Then I woke up and, well, it was actually
I was trying to kill
you.
Dark.
It's just, it's crazy. This song has like 6 choruses.
Yeah.
Because that what we just sang, the part we were singing before.
No,
and
this is
they're
a full, at this point, full beat switch, basically. Like a full,
Yeah.
like, this is a
Completely.
different song.
Said we hated human.
And then, like, we go back to the first part.
Yeah, and
I think.
that might be the most hype part of the song. is
Yeah.
when you think it's over at like the 8-minute mark.
This is the bridge.
This is the bridge at 5 minutes in.
Yeah, it's a 5-minute bridge.
But in just a second, it's gonna fucking stop, and then he just starts smashing the guitar, like genuinely.
Yeah, the first time I heard this song, I thought it was we hated humor. I really loved it.
I wanted to be.
I wanted to be humor. We said we hated humor, but we wanted to be.
Yeah, and then we jump into a whole ass other bridge here.
I love groceries.
I'll cut to us at the grocery store. We just went to the grocery store.
Look, I want a cutscene.
I want to cut
My face to your face.
my face to your face to the grocery store.
Yeah, no, we just went to the grocery stores.
fucking fire.
Yeah. But that's such a depressing line. Like, just such like a...
No, it's
The groceries get eaten, get more groceries. It's so like...
I feel that
Talking heads.
so intensely is the problem.
Yeah, it's like that's yeah.
like you wake up, you eat dinner, you eat lunch.
Yeah.
You don't do it in that order. You eat breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Wake up, you eat dinner.
Yeah,
That's what everyone does.
You go see a friend.
Yeah,
you apply for jobs.
Yeah, go to the
You
grocery.
go to the store.
I've never seen this line. A book of Aubrey Beardsley art.
This section is different in the 2018
Oh,
version.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it. There's a deep cut.
Say it there. What was it?
Corrupted in my youth. I was corrupted in my youth by an Aubrey Beardsley art. A book of Aubrey Beardsley art. Let's cut to that.
Yeah, Aubrey Beardsley. Let me get my Wi-Fi going here. I got you.
We're 7 minutes in. We're taking a breather.
We're taking a breather on Beach Life and Death.
Yeah.
You got to sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
I said I drove to Ibiza.
and I thought about you. Well, I'm
Meta.
Google searching Tucker. We'll fill in
Meta.
the blanks. Okay, Audrey Beardsley.
Yeah,
an
Aubrey
illustrator.
Beardsley, an illustrator.
Whoa,
Cool.
that is some very, very interesting work. Maybe I'll
Kind
toss
of
it on the screen.
Black
right
and white.
Aubrey Vincent Beardsley was an English illustrator and author. His black ink drawings were influenced by Japanese woodcuts and depicted the grotesque.
The decadent and the erotic. Interesting.
Yeah, so this
Pull
was
up, just hit images. I just want
this man only lived for 26 years.
Oh my God.
It's pretty wild. In the late 1800s.
Born in
Let's take
Brighton, died in France.
Hell,
true.
fuck yeah.
It's true. It's true.
That's actually our debut EP dropping soon.
Born in Brighton, died in France.
That's pretty good. Shit. So
It's
what
cool.
what did Will have to say about this?
A book of Aubrey Beardsley art corrupted me in my youth.
Yes, it certainly did. This
Yeah.
is some scary looking
No, I mean,
shit,
it's
but
just
it's
like-
dope.
Very
Huh.
cool. Very cool. Shout out. Aubrey
jump back into
Beardsley.
it.
I wish there was an Aubrey Beardsley song we could cut to. Yeah, there's some different lines in here.
Yeah. So in the 2018 version, I distinctly remember him saying "running out of drugs to try."
Yeah, I was about to
and
say.
I love that shit. But
Yeah.
here he says what?
Yep. Running out of prayers to sing.
Oh, okay.
I like drugs better.
Yeah, I like the drugs line better. That was pretty good.
This is a great line. And pretty soon you'll find some nice young Satanists with braces and one capital O significant other. Someday.
And you can take him home to your
Someday,
mother and
kids.
say, "Ma,
This is my brother.
this is my brother."
That's insane. Just picture his face is like he's singing that. This is my brother.
In the back of his Target car.
God. So good, so good.
Yeah, and then we jump into that chorus, and then we're gonna go back to
We're gonna
another
go back,
chorus,
yeah.
with another
There's
second.
still 4 minutes left.
Yes, but genuinely, the song just like
No.
I wouldn't ever consider stopping halfway through.
No.
There's not
it's
even
a
a
full
chance.
experience.
It's
If
like-
you have 13 minutes, I've got 13 minutes to
I've got
kill.
13 minutes.
There's beach lifetime.
Yeah, check your driving time.
Truly, it's one of the all-time driving songs.
Get more groceries.
I will say, like, later in the album, or like, whatever, there's other Car Seat Headrest songs that are like 12 minutes long.
They don't
that aren't
quite
the
hold
same.
up as much. Yeah,
But like this is like no moments wasted.
No, this
Yeah,
is just a brilliant
absolutely.
song. I've been listening to a lot of Nervous Young Human. I think that's the name of the album. Nervous Young Man. Actually.
Nervous Young Man. Yeah,
Nervous
I love
Young
that.
Man.
I love that one.
And I was gonna shout out the Gun song on there. Definitely suffers from that. Like that's a great
too
song, but
long.
it's like 19 minutes long.
I mean, I think we have Famous Prophets later, which is a good song.
Yeah, it's a little shorter
a-
in this version actually.
Oh, okay,
So-
okay. But on that album, Boxing Day is such a good
Oh yeah.
16-minute song
Yes,
that
that's
is
a
worth
banger.
every second
Yeah.
as well.
I've been listening to a lot of "We Can't Afford Your Depression Anymore"
Right.
and "Knife in the Coffee." I've had
Yeah,
have on
yeah.
all the time recently.
Good.
Yeah, 8 minutes in, we just jump back to this like banging riff. It's so good. Fuck. Looking around.
Perked up.
I perked up when your ears perked up.
It's the best one. I hoped you were using your sonar systems for me.
The way he screams that in this version too. I hope you were using
The
your
way we
soul.
harmonized, me and him.
Yes.
Saw it
You
coming.
can see that they tried to warn them. They said sex can be frightening, but the children were not listening. And the children cut out everything, except for the kissing and the singing.
It's almost a Bell and Sebastian line.
Yeah, it sounds
last
good.
step.
And then I think this next bit is also different in the 2018 version. They finally found their home at Walt Disney Studios.
Yeah. I don't know, like Disney adults.
Yeah. Toledo takes a shot at Disney adults. Will explain the Walt Disney motif in his Tumblr back in 2011.
Let's read
He
it.
says, "It kind of crops up naturally, it being such a monolithic presence in American culture.
Sure.
It's kind of a continuing horror story on the lengths that a corporation will go to stay safe and friendly. Refusing to employ weird-looking people, shutting down daycare centers with unauthorized versions of Disney characters
What?
painted on the walls, abusing the justice system to extend copyright law far beyond its natural terms." We went in here.
I wouldn't want to call it the dark side because it's all part of the same thing. Like I said, it's a monolith. And a monolith stays shiny by destroying anything coming into its zone that could scuff it up.
Wow.
He's onto something, I
No,
guess.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called it, and they didn't even own Disney at this point, or Star Wars at this point.
Yeah, right.
And he called
right.
it the dark side.
Yeah, they ate that. They ate that right up. Let's go back in.
Yeah.
Thank you for that Will Tumblr post. I don't know. Disney does good for society, but also.
But there's also, I'm sure they are doing plenty of bad.
I'm sure,
also.
yeah,
I don't know all the horrors.
There's
but-
conspiracy theories
Oh, yeah.
and such.
Oh, please let me join your cult. I'll paint my face in your colors. Yeah, he's just, God, he's going through like, he's just looking for acceptance anywhere, I guess, is the idea there. Like,
he's just screaming at everything, really.
he's just screaming at fucking everyone. Like, you Satanists, you're my brother. You culters, I'll paint your colors on my face. I don't give a fuck.
There are lots of fish in business suits. And this is great. They talk and walk on human feet and visit doctors, have weak knees.
And then finally the
classic line.
The last refrain here. The ocean washed over your grave. The ocean washed open your grave. So old feelings surrounding someone.
Yeah.
Probably the person who was like hours ago when we were talking about the train and the Monopoly board.
No, I mean,
probably
it's
the same person.
When I listen to the song, I go back to that. Like, it feels like it's coming back.
It's coming
like
back to the beginning.
You're back at the train station by the beach.
Yeah,
You're just running along the beach alone.
Yeah, it cuts
like,
back to you looking as the train goes away.
Yeah.
You get back in your car. Monopoly board still in the back seat. Start crying. This ending is amazing. Just like glitchy and freaking out. Holy shit! Yeah. No, I
truly just the combination of like just jangly guitars, classic rock, and like
he has
this glitchy like I don't know spoken
it's
word.
unheard of before. Yeah, it's so great. And then it's all so fucking lo-fi, especially in this version. It comes together beautifully.
I can't believe that's track 2. That's crazy.
I know. He really just threw that shit at track 2 between 2 1 minute
Stop
songs.
smoking. We love you.
Yeah. So this one kind of is like here to set up. I feel like it's here to set up the significance of when he says "keep smoking" later. When we get to "High to Death" in a couple of songs, it makes that hit so much harder.
Yeah. There's so many like connections.
Yeah, like the
between lines.
second half of the album returns to everything that he said in the first half of the album.
Yeah.
And
No, I mean, I love like I think we've talked about like I don't know like I feel like we've talked about with the Strokes or something like just like changing one word of something like in one line.
It makes it hit so much harder.
Yeah, it's just like you can find such a like opposite meaning in it. He does that a lot.
Don't want you to die. Yeah,
just this soft little.
This
song.
is someone pleading to Will, stop smoking.
We love you.
We love you. I remember listening to this. I don't know why this is my connection to this. I don't even think I was smoking at the time, but I just remember walking home. I got drunk at some guy's house with a couple of people. Sure. Like 5 years ago. So don't do the math.
Do the math.
And I was just walking home the next morning, listening to this on my headphones, and I just remember walking up the hill.
I gotta stop smoking, man.
Gotta stop what I'm doing, man. Yeah, I wasn't like nearly depressed enough to get it, but it was. I felt the feelings. It was like 6 a.m.
man. I'm like 16. I'm less.
Yeah, probably around
sober to death. The predecessor to High to Death later to come. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep clicking around. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man.
Trigger happy fingers.
Yeah,
today.
Sober to Death. This one is like it's probably, I think this whole album is about, I'm not like the type of person who dives into his like personal relationships. Like I don't know exactly who the album's about because I feel like that's insane. No offense to all of you who do.
Yeah.
But like you Redditors out there. But like it's definitely, I'm pretty sure it's all about one relationship at the end of the day.
I mean that makes sense.
And this song is all about just like the toxicity of that relationship.
The song,
I feel like the line I always remember is you can text me when punching mattresses gets old. Like you need to take your anchor out on something. You can come here.
You know, the good lives make bad stories.
Yeah.
Sober to Death is such like a wild. I don't know, sober to death versus high to death, like just the phrase of like, what are you gonna be, high to death or sober to death? I don't know.
This song honestly does sound a little sobering compared to a lot of the album.
Sure.
Especially the beginning here.
Chorus bangs though.
Oh yeah.
Chorus bangs.
The chorus bangs so hard, like uncontrollably hard.
Take your hands off your neck and hold
to the ghost. This one I think definitely got an advantage from getting fleshed out on the 2018 version. Yeah. Like after listening to Beach Life and Death, that version fully holds up. Like honestly fully holds up to
the same energy.
The newer one.
But
I think
this feels more like folky than the actual 2018 version.
Definitely.
This kind of this is giving me like Father John Misty vibes or something.
Yeah,
like
genuinely.
Like sort of like
guitar
spooky.
Is very different.
Yeah.
I hear he's actually he's dropping new music, or he teased new music.
FJT?
FJM. Father John Titties.
Father John Titties. You seen those?
Yeah.
My God.
Reddit was very conflicted about it when I saw
his titties.
Yeah, about Father John.
Wait, it's not out?
It's not out yet. I just meant that about him as a human. Some people absolutely hate him, and I don't know the context why.
Sure. I have mixed feelings. Yeah. I don't know why.
I love his music, but he's an asshole.
He seems like an asshole.
He seems like a complete asshole. But I would love to just do ayahuasca with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's his song. I'm Writing a Novel is like the funniest fucking song.
Yeah, this is a funny song.
I tried to learn guitar just so I could perform that. I thought it would be so funny.
And I'm writing a novel.
I went down the road, pants down to my knees, screaming, "Please come help me!" That Canadian shaman gave a little too much.
We definitely got to get you on the acoustic for that one.
Oh yeah, we got it. Oh. That's the guitar right there. I got that for Christmas so many years ago for like that explicit reason.
Yeah. It's okay. Guitar's hard.
I love that this he says every conversation just ends with you screaming, and then for like a minute there he just goes ah.
I love a Will scream. There was once the Wilhelm scream. That was just the Will Toledo scream.
Yeah, why did James Blake not sample Will Toledo? That's the real question here. Not put by anything you say. We were wrecks before we crashed into each other. And then it's cute. It's cute. But what does that make you guys now? If you were wrecks before you crashed into each other, and then you
just a fucking
snowball
of a wreck.
Will probably wishes for a train wreck to make that train turn around.
Come home,
play Monopoly. You and me. This is another refrain that he returns to later in the album. Don't worry. Oh yes.
Blows up.
Yeah, in between, right after every "Don't worry," it just fucking goes insane on the guitar. Don't worry. Yes.
Oh, damn it.
You're jamming too hard. You can't be doing that.
I was playing my phone guitar.
Don't worry. It's so good.
Alone no more.
Don't worry. Yeah, he's probably like, please don't get on that train. Like, it'll be better. Come on.
Come on, let's crash into each other again.
Let's crash into each other.
All right, let's go to Nervous Young and Human.
Let's do it. This has always been my, like, when anyone ever asks, it happens all the time. Someone says, what's your least favorite song on Twin Fantasy?
Really? No, we just ran down to the store and we're like, I wonder how many people know Car Seat Headrest here.
It's like those TikToks where, I don't know if you see these, but people film themselves in somewhere normal and they're like, they don't know that I'm into Blade or whatever. They don't know that I'm listening to Elliott Smith right now. Yeah.
No, all the time that happens.
At the store. Yeah. They don't know we're about to podcast about Twin Fantasy.
Damn, just to run up to like randos and just say, what is your least favorite
Twin Fantasy song?
That's so funny. This song, I listened to the 2018 version earlier. It's like it's way poppier, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that was when I like heard this on playlists before I ever even knew Car Seat Headrest.
Really?
Like I think Nervous Young Inhumans was the one he was trying to push as like a kind of a pop single.
It feels like the 2018 version feels like a full on like I don't know, like 2008 like pop indie rock
kind of thing,
song.
yeah.
Which is fine.
We didn't quite shout it out here, but you should have seen my cursive back then.
Yeah.
Every letter was above the line.
Yeah.
My P's and Q's raised their stems, so nothing crossed beneath.
I'm a little better now. You
So
galvanistic young
random.
boy. You galvanistic young man.
You galvanistic young inhuman.
I don't know what that word means.
Galvanistic.
I have at
He
some
says
point.
it a couple of different times on this one. Galvanism is the concept, the obsolete scientific theory, that there was a kind of electricity flowing through our bloodstreams, and that was our life force.
Okay.
Oh, that's super interesting.
You're a galvanistic young boy. There's
galvanistic
electricity
young-
running through you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he is galvanistic as
Yeah, absolutely. The boy's full of energy.
Let's go meet up in Uncanny Valley.
I love that line, yeah.
You swore you'd never use the face that your ex invented. He just writes things in such a unique way. Like,
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Just a funny man.
Yeah, actually, we should have waited to figure out what galvanism was, because he gives a whole thing on it in just a couple of seconds here. This was one. This was another one that was. This was fully cut from the 2018 version. This whole
Is
outro.
it actually?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's different at least.
It's a bit of rock. I mean, like if you're trying to make a pop song.
If you're trying to make a pop song, you
But no,
don't need a galvanism rant at the end.
Will doesn't
but-
make a pop song without a galvanism.
Oh
rant
yeah,
at
and
the
none of
end.
his fans would want one without
course
one.
not. Of course
That
not.
wasn't super clear.
Like,
but-
what are we supposed to just know the word? What the word
The
means
word,
without him
yeah.
explaining it?
Earlier in the song, I used the term galvanistic. Yeah, I know.
Give
you
your
didn't
will
know what that
monologue.
was.
And galvanism is the concept.
The obsolete scientific theory.
Literally the same definition we just read.
Yeah.
Earlier in the song, I used the term galvanistic. Galvanism is the concept.
Wait, so what? Oh, sorry.
Scientific theory that there's a kind of electricity.
That's super interesting. Do you know of any examples in literature? Perhaps Frankenstein?
I used the term because I came across it in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Is sort of an exploration of the theme of creating a character.
Okay.
Interesting.
So why did you use the term galvanistic?
Allude to that book as a sort of a symbol as how I created you as a character.
You created us as a character?
Got it.
More about you than I actually do.
We're just characters in fantasy.
Will, you dated Frankenstein.
Fallen in love with the characters you
And then the last line is so good.
body of work.
I've fallen in love with your body of work.
This is the part of the song.
The song I started writing it.
It's so good.
Love it so much. God, I do want to smoke a joint with.
Yeah,
Will
get him in the
Toledo.
Dream Blend rotation.
For sure.
He has some shit to say.
Oh, I mean, I would just love like just chat.
It's so
I feel
awesome.
like I don't know.
I imagine
like
this
he
is
wouldn't
exactly...
be he wouldn't be the most incredible like just fun-loving blunt member.
No,
blunt
he's
rotation
not.
member.
Yeah, we'll have other people. We'll
But
have
he'd
the
have some
Arab strap
thoughts.
boys who are like bringing the party
absolutely.
together.
Bringing the vibes.
But Will's gonna
Will's
when
got
you're
shit to
when you're
say.
ready to hear some shit, like go to the corner. with
Bodies, classic song.
Will. Yeah, straight
Just
out
a
of that. This is
very-
the real pop song though.
Yeah.
Like
No,
Bodies.
this song
is
bangs.
such a banger.
We put this on our wedding playlist.
We put this on our wedding playlist. We did.
Like sitting, I remember being at the party like,
Is this gonna,
Bodies is gonna
this
play next?
Is Bodies gonna go?
wait, how are they reacting to Bodies?
And well, no one cared.
one
but
cared. It sounds good. You can't get mad at it.
I was just hoping one person would look up like, holy shit, they're playing
They're playing
it.
Bodies
They're
at the
playing
fucking
Bodies
wedding.
at the wedding.
This is my song.
This is my song.
Have that like just like earnest. Like I'm picturing like a festival in like 2011.
Yeah.
Like, just
This-
like sunny day. Like
It's just like, this is like, honestly, the happiest song on here
Yeah,
by far.
truly.
It's just like about partying and being young. It's awesome. Like, it's the best.
but it's it's deep. It's like
yeah.
our bodies are about gonna fall apart.
Yeah, I mean, it's still depressing. Yeah, we're partying right now, but we're not considering how we're ruining our bodies and we're all gonna die one day.
But it's a beautiful message.
Yeah, it's the happiest song on here.
Yeah, it's happy. Keep dancing. We love you.
That's not what I meant to say at all. I mean, I'm sick of meaning. I just want to hold you.
I love that line. I think
one of
about that a lot.
one of my favorites.
Yeah. Is it the chorus yet?
I've like no other songs out there. Do you hear someone with a
meta.
line like that? Have you seen the Jimmy Fallon version? They performed this on Jimmy Fallon,
Yeah,
not
no.
him singing it.
Jimmy's version.
Jimmy's
Bodies.
with
Jimmy's
Fantasy
version.
Jimmy's version.
Oh my God.
No, but when they did it on Jimmy Fallon, they're like only had a specific time slot. They didn't have like the 6.5 minutes or whatever. So when he said, "Is it the chorus?" the whole band went, "Yes!" And then they went right into the chorus. It's so fucking awesome.
That's funny.
It's like it's my favorite Car Seat Headrest
That's
clip.
great. Was that in 2018? I guess. Obviously.
Yeah. Every dance now.
I love to like how they play the chorus before like
Yeah, before you get
sing
to
it.
lyrics,
Like yeah,
let
it's like
it just.
here. Oh, it's so great.
And this might be my favorite
Love this
Car
chord
Seat
progression.
Headrest line ever. Genuinely, those are "You got some nice shoulders." Those are "You got some nice shoulders." He sings it so confidently, but it's so obviously a line where the
You're
first two words
stumbling,
you're
yeah.
stumbling around. Yeah.
That's so. That's
Those
so
are
great.
"You got some nice shoulders."
I'd like to put my arms around them.
Yeah, I'd like to put my hands around them. Stealing alcohol from our parents and grandparents.
Just pure teen
Just
teen denial.
Yeah.
Style.
Style,
Yeah.
denial.
There's no devil on one shoulder. I think about that a lot. Yeah.
What?
There's no devil on one shoulder and angel on the other. They're just two normal people. That's fun.
Everything, like, each and every line is, like, insightful. It's insane.
But it's like in the best way. Like not
No,
I mean,
it's not.
Some is pretentious. Sure.
Yeah, he's like the galvanism rant. Sure, that was pretentious.
Sure.
We'll admit.
But like it's like a funny, like memorable, like turn of phrase.
Absolutely.
Like it's just like
no, and he's like
Oh,
it's like a bit kind of the whole galvanism rant. He knows that it's like it's
Yeah,
pretentious that he's
yeah.
like, oh, you probably don't know the word I said 2 minutes ago, and this is wrong. Let me explain
and
it
he's
to
leaving
you.
in the part where he says, "I regret
I
writing
regret
this."
writing this. Yeah,
great.
Yeah, he's like,
It's
look,
just
it's
like-
almost like he's looking at himself like, I am pretentious. I hate myself.
He's self-aware.
Okay, yeah.
Our bodies.
Yeah, this is. Well, I think I've answered this as my favorite song of all time when people have asked me before. It might not be anymore. I don't know. But
It's an incredible song.
I honestly, but you can. Almost everyone I've ever shown this song to enjoys it. It's so danceable. Maybe not this version as much as the other one. You know, the lo-fi-ness.
Sure. No, it's evocative. It's like, it's got the nostalgia. Like it's undeniable. I like to put my hands around them. Yeah, I love the bit. These are the people that I get drunk with. These are the people I fell in love with.
So good.
So great.
And then a little bit later he goes, so what? We're young.
Yeah.
We're thin. Most of us. We're alive. Most of us. I always think of, like it's not what's going on here, but I always just think of it as like a school dance type beat.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely like a house party or whatever. But I just imagine like all of them at a school dance like, with a waitress for whatever reason. We're all
the
giving them
waitress
tips. Yeah. And just everyone jamming out.
It's just so like just an indie chord progression guitar.
It's classic.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
It's a banger.
It's a banger.
Also, I always like think of like, I guess there's like the Flaming Lips song, "Do You Realize" or something.
Oh yeah.
I think I can't remember what the lyrics are. I feel like they're similar. They're very similar. Like, do you realize?
Don't you realize
I
our
can't remember.
bodies could fall apart at any second?
Yeah. I just feel like I got into those songs at the same time, and I was like,
Let's cut to it. Fuck it.
let's cut to it. I just forget what the line is. Sometimes when I'm listening to this, I think of like, I don't know, I think of April Ludgate from Parks and Rec.
She would fuck with this.
She'd fuck with this.
I always think about how she said Neutral Milk Hotel was her favorite band. I think about that every single day.
I think about it all the time. I almost mentioned her earlier when you mentioned Father John Misty because she was in a music video, I think.
Oh, really?
I think, Aubrey Plaza. No,
or
April
April
Ludgate.
Ludgate.
The Hollywood Forever sings, I think.
Oh,
I think.
yes. Yeah, classic. Fucking in the Cemetery. It's so funny how music sounds when it's not made in a car at Target.
It's funny how music sounds.
Funny how music sounds like different when it's not made in a Target parking lot.
Oh, you guys were floating in space.
Okay.
Do you realize?
Yeah, this is
It's a
after
great
you.
song,
This is a banger. What album is this off of?
Yoshimi Battles.
Mm. Yes.
Love that song too. Anyway.
Do you realize you have the most beautiful face? No, it's a similar vibe. Like
It's a similar vibe. It's just, like lust for life.
Yeah.
Just
Cut
like-
to Iggy Pop.
Cut to girls.
Cut to girls. Yeah. That's like, oh, I wish I had a girl boyfriend.
Yeah.
Remember when you thought someone died in Girls? Did they?
It did happen.
Did it? Okay.
Jesus. We always reopen.
Open the wound again.
Remember that funny time you thought someone died in the band Girls?
Oh, they did actually.
They
Yeah.
really did.
Oh shit.
This is cute though.
I wanted to shout out one more line off of.
Oh yeah.
This is the line I didn't remember. I feel like this
pause,
wasn't
quick
on
pause, go.
the second version. He says, "You're a tall glass of water. I haven't bothered you with ice. I haven't watched you watch season 5 of The Wire."
Damn.
I have to imagine that can't be on the original version, or the newer
I don't
version.
recognize it.
Yeah, I don't recognize it.
I don't
but
watch you watch it.
I love that.
Speaking of Parks and Rec, I think on the song, what is it called? Something Soon?
Yes.
He's like watching the latest sitcom.
Sitcoms.
I think I looked it up
Feeling
once.
guilty every second that it's on.
Yeah. I think I looked up the Genius Annotation once, and he said it was Parks and
It was
Rec.
Parks and Rec.
I
You know it
respected
was.
that.
It was either Parks and Rec or The Office. It had to
Of
be.
course. Only the good shit. Cute thing. Cute thing. Don't be rude thing.
Why are you being so rude, cute thing? I think this is my favorite one that's specifically to this album, like compared to the
this version?
2018 version. I don't know why. I just love he comes in so much more aggressive when he says cute thing. I feel like he comes in, he's like
Is this one where he says, "I want Frank Ocean's voice"?
That's in the 2018 one. This
Yeah,
one he
okay,
said,
okay,
are we listening to the right one actually?
No, yeah, we are.
We are?
I thought I heard that and I was like, Frank Ocean did not exist.
No. Yeah, he said, give me Dan Behar's voice. He did. Yes.
I love that.
And some other guy who I don't know, John.
He kind of does have Dan Behar's voice. I'll give him that.
Yeah, like, but screaming a lot
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
On the Dan Behar to Frank Ocean spectrum.
He's definitely closer to Dan Behar. Like, he sounds
funny.
nothing like Frank.
Yeah.
He did do the Ivy cover, though.
Dude,
It was
great cover.
It's pretty good.
It's a good cover.
Actually, that's one of my. It's a great cover because he writes his own full-ass lyrics for all the
Did he?
verses on Ivy. Yeah, it's pretty good. We could cut to
Like
it.
they're slightly different, you mean?
Yeah, pretty much the verses are like totally different. They're like written in a similar style to Ivy. Let's cut to it.
Interesting.
Fuck
I'll
it.
cut to it. I'll cut to it.
After this.
Don't be rude, thing.
Bad thing. Yeah, this one's a banger though,
Yeah.
as always.
I got so fucking romantic. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part that I really like on this version. He comes in like, I got so fucking romantic. On the 2018
that.
version, he comes in super slight with it. I love screaming that.
I love a week of debauchery, songs and high fives and weird sex. That's my dream
Yeah,
week.
come visit Kansas for a week of debauchery. Kansas. Yeah, I'm good, Will, actually. Sorry.
What is John Entwistle?
And that's what I wanted to find
yeah,
here.
so
Who is
familiar.
John Entwistle? I guess I can just... So obviously, we know Dan Behar. Go check out our Destroyers Rubies app.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I've heard that Will is a fan. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. So that is a major influence on his writing on this album in particular.
I think on writing the long song or the long song Beach Life, I think he
The
was
long song.
he was inspired by like Looter's Follies and Destroyers Rubies or Rubies the song. Great stuff.
Yeah,
great
John Entwistle is the bass player for The Who.
stuff. okay.
Yeah. Known for his virtuoso technique and his stoic stage presence. Yeah.
Okay.
He's shoegazing on the bass.
I respect that he respects the Who.
Yeah, but he changed it to Frank Ocean and James Brown.
Yeah,
Definitely to get just some more known names in the song.
Sure.
Like,
That's funny. I respect all of the artists. Yeah.
explosion of mixed media in poorly written reviews.
No, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think a lot of this resonates with me. I mean, for a lot of reasons, but I mean, as a sad furry,
Of course.
one. But just like someone that raised on like classic rock, like just the progressions and like just the instrumentation's so familiar, but like just reframed in a wildly
I feel like
different
that's
way.
what especially with Teens of Denial, it's like he combined like classic rock with indie rock in such such an interesting way.
For sure.
I do love and some stammering drunk who tried to tell him how good his shit was. That's some good shit, man.
Good shit, man.
I imagine someone at an early Car Seat Headrest show, drunk as fuck, walking up to Will.
Good shit, man.
That was some good shit, man. And Will's like, "Oh, I'm depressed."
Plays Beach Life and that cool song, man.
Oh, that was some good shit, man.
That was good.
That was some good shit. Were you even listening?
Oh, this is good. What is Anna NG?
Anna is one of Nerd Rock. Oh, from
They Might Be Giants.
They Might Be Giants. We're not. We're not. They Might Be Giants heads. A lot of people like them. I don't think either of them.
I can't
really
say.
know.
I
But
can't say I'm ahead.
John Linnell, who he shouts out a little bit later
Okay.
in the song, is the primary songwriter.
They Might Be Giants. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, another classic line. I would sleep naked next to you naked.
I would.
Just it's such a unique way of saying that same thing, but it makes it hit so much harder in the song.
I want to sleep with you. No, we're gonna say it differently.
I would sleep naked next to you naked.
I am love.
It's like trying to convince someone at the bar, like,
Yeah.
hey, I could sleep naked.
What
next
if
to
we
you
did this?
naked.
What if we
Yeah.
did this?
I am love.
Like some Stanley Kubrick
Porn
porn director
director.
casting couples. Eyes wide shut for a reason.
Oh god. Yeah, that's a punchline right there. Eyes wide shut for a reason. Boom.
Damn right.
Yeah, right after he
So
gives
like
the,
my friend said, it should be called anti-depression.
it should be called anti-depression. As a friend of mine suggested.
As a friend of mine suggested. We're gonna get to the Ivy cover.
Oh yeah.
Live at the Capitol Theater.
Let me get the lyrics.
It's a good version. It sounds nice. It sounds nice.
It sounds nice. Simple as that.
Woo!
You know, the crowd was
Oh my
like,
God.
all the gays in the crowd went crazy for that.
Just to be able to say, this
This is a Frank Ocean song. Knock the recording.
I was dreaming when I said I loved you.
His voice sounds weird on this song, but it works.
I love that outfit he's got going.
Yeah, he looks trippy as fuck in this picture.
I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like he uses the same.
No, all
lyrics.
of these verses are different. The chorus is the same.
Huh.
But this is totally different than Frank wrote.
Or that, if I could guess your password bit.
Yeah, if I could guess your password, you'd know I'd break in. Deleted scenes where I took my shirt off back then.
Okay.
Let me pull up the actual lyrics of Ivy. Deep down, the feeling still deep down is good.
Oh, pull up the Taylor Swift.
Yeah, the Taylor Swift one. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Okay, I see.
If I could see through your walls, I could see you're faking. No,
That's
but
fine.
it's beautiful. Like, it's awesome he was able to fit
Yeah.
his own shit in.
Not
But it's like
like-
fits the same rhyme scheme still and everything.
I truly like. Yeah, I don't even know. Barely even noticed.
Yeah, I always remember that line for some reason. Deleted scenes where I took off my shirt back then. You couldn't take off work back then. I ain't a kid no more.
Never be those.
Yeah,
kids.
but obviously that part is straight from the song.
Yeah, certain lines. But he didn't have the X6 back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Will didn't have the X6.
Will saw that line. He's like, I need to change some shit. I did
I
not
don't
have
know.
the X6.
I don't know what that is.
Is that a Samsung or is that a car? Like,
It's
I
gotta
don't
be
know.
a car, right?
Tyler Kramer commented, I remember Frank had a nice ass car and would always take us places. He had the
Damn.
BMW X6, yeah.
Oh yeah. What did you think it was?
Like a fucking Samsung X6, like a
I
phone.
had the Razor back then. That is funny though.
Yeah, Frank said we didn't give a fuck back then, but Will was like, you couldn't take off work back then, which is so fitting for both
Yeah.
of them.
Everything sucked back then. We were friends.
We were friends. We'll never be those kids. I had a twin.
Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Was it a fantasy?
Deep down it's good. We can cut back to
Yeah,
twin
yeah.
fantasy now.
It's a fine little cover.
Little interlude. I would have gone crazy though if he did perform
I
this.
think it blows up maybe. Maybe not though. It's pretty low key.
No, he keeps it chill.
All right. High to Death.
High to Death, baby.
The sequel.
High to Death is both about a trip that went so poorly that Will felt he was going insane, as well as a reference to this I've never heard before. Gilman's The Yellow Wallpaper.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, let's look it up.
And the desperation Will feels at wanting his lover to stay.
Yes.
Very
I
chill.
fell over. I fell onto the ground. I wish I was sober.
I feel that.
Oop. Oop, Will. Let's see, what is The Yellow Wallpaper? Looks like it's a book, short story by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, published in 1892. Will was all about the late 1800s.
Yeah,
That was
good
his
stuff.
time period, apparently.
Pull up the first page of The Yellow Wallpaper. I want to know how it's referenced.
It is very seldom the mere ordinary people like John and myself secure ancestral halls for the summer. A colonial mansion, a hereditary estate, I would say a haunted house, and reach the height of romantic felicity. But that would be asking too much of fate.
Still, I proudly declare that there is something queer about it. Else, why should it be let so cheaply? And why have I stood so long untenanted? All right, so
John laughs at me, of course, but one expects that in marriage.
interesting. It sounds like a story.
Yeah,
There must be a yellow wallpaper.
I know this. Why it sounds
Well, I wonder
like
why
it
it's-
wasn't written 150 years ago.
That's true. I wonder why it's referenced. Like what?
Yeah.
What the connection is?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but
Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Oh, this wallpaper.
oh, okay. And this wallpaper keeps going around the room. I think, yeah, I don't know if that's.
This version's very different than the other one.
It's
isn't
so
it?
much hazier, honestly. Which
This
I
one?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like which fits the
Interesting.
vibes. Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like drug trip kind of.
Yeah. I feel like the other one. I mean, we've discussed the sample the other one has of like.
Oh, yes.
My high school.
Oh, yeah, which is insane.
The artist for the single of Beach Life and Death, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to
A
my high
couple
school.
other covers.
But there's also like other samples. There's like, it sounds like he's like talking to his little sister or something. or something. Like,
Yeah,
there's like
I
a
don't
sample.
remember, honestly.
I don't know. There's a lot of like kind of freaky samples in the other one, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean this whole song is a drug trip in that way.
Yeah, you're high to death. You don't want to be high anymore.
Yeah, you're so high, and then you.
I can't get off the ground. Keep smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so low.
Probably the most out of any of the songs on here.
For a reason.
For a Target parking lot, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. These little jangly keep smoking guitars.
Oh yeah. Yeah, is this song still how long is this version?
This is only 5 minutes.
Only 5, yeah, because the newer
one's
one I
longer.
think of it as like an 8-minute track, but we're already 2 minutes in and he gets back to this refrain.
I almost feel like the other one is more interesting. Like it has more
I think so too.
parts
even,
to it.
Even if that last segment is kind of boring, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird, which for us it has like a weird personal connection.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, it's like the end of like Nervous Young Inhumans is a much different song without the
without the galvanism.
without the galvanism.
Without the galvanism, it's a much
Yeah.
different.
I mean, without the galvanism, what is Will Toledo ultimately?
Without if Mary Shelley didn't invent galvanism in Frankenstein, then what even would this
What
world
would this be without yellow wallpaper?
But yeah, the part where he returns to the keep smoking, or rather keep smoking instead of stop smoking, that is it's just super poignant when it
Yeah.
comes in there. When you're
Yeah.
listening to this album all the way through and that hits, especially for the first time, and it's like, oh, fuck.
I was supposed to stop.
I was supposed to stop smoking. But you're way too depressed for that. Like,
Yeah, no, it's building in like the opposite direction.
Yeah.
which is like a scary direction.
yeah,
I don't
going,
know.
yeah,
It's not
and
like-
especially as we get towards these later tracks, which are like peak depression a little
Yeah.
bit.
No, I mean it's not like it started off with like keep smoking, and then at the end it's like stop smoking.
Yeah.
It's like building the.
And the way he
tension.
uses like, I don't want to die versus we don't want you to die.
Yeah.
Like, so the other people are telling him stop smoking. Like, obviously it's bad for you. We don't want you to die. And he's telling them in return, I need to keep smoking because
Yeah.
I don't want to die. I'll
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
I need this. I will
I'm
fucking
just
die.
picturing you like 15 walking home
Walking
from
down
your
the
party.
street.
I gotta stop.
Gotta stop this shit, man.
It's funny.
Keep walking. High to Death comes on. I'm like,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
stumbling around the room. And I sat there on the steps, considering death.
Yeah.
There were only seconds left of the night.
I said, hell is the sun, burning forever at the center of things.
A ball of fire at the center of things.
A brain on fire at the center of things.
Things.
And the sea isn't green, and I love this dream. But how exactly can we escape from behind the wall? I think it might be a Pink Floyd reference. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
it's either a Yellow Wallpaper reference or a
Yeah.
Pink Floyd reference. We're not
either
quite
one,
sure.
either one.
I said, hell is the sun. That's an interesting perspective. Hell is the sun burning forever at the center of things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hell is just like time almost in that way. Like it's like the persistence
always
of
there.
everything. Hell is always there. Like
at
the sun
night,
is
I
always
guess.
right over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, there were only seconds left in the night. I was considering death. The sun starts peeking out. Oh, there's hell.
Hell's back.
Oh, hell's back.
All right, well that was it.
Yeah, we got 2 more tracks here,
Yeah.
folks.
This is Famous Prophets.
Famous Prophets, Minds. I
Minds.
love that bass right at the beginning.
Yeah. Actually, this song, I think this song's a little Arab strappy. If I'm not
okay.
mistaken.
Okay.
Just like a little drum loop and a bass. What's the other version? Famous Prophets,
yeah,
Stars. I think.
Stars,
Yeah.
indeed. Yeah, so this one's Minds.
That one resonates differently for that. Yeah. I would say Will's a famous prophet.
I would think so too. I'm so excited. What are people going to be saying about Car Seat Headrest in 15 years?
It's interesting.
I mean, obviously, one of sorry to people listening, one of the worst fan bases. Like, I feel like,
Yeah, it's like it's so internet that it's toxic.
yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
it's-
And I love and support everyone who likes Car Seat Headrest because we must just have like something
yeah.
about us. We're like we get each other.
You get it.
We get this.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Whatever.
But some of you are fucking annoying as shit, man. Like, what are you?
Well, I mean,
talking
like, I don't know. People get really passionate about things that are like, I don't know, that they really resonate with. Like,
Yeah.
Will's like laying it all out there, and so
So
like
he's putting
they're,
out
like-
his complete emotional
So
state.
people attach their soul to it
Yeah.
as well. You know, I get it.
Form parasocial relationships
Yeah.
with the album.
Yeah.
I actually have a parasocial relationship with the dogs on the cover.
Yeah. my roommates, like, they're not even like big Car Seat Headrest
Yeah.
fans. They have that poster in their room.
Oh, really?
It's
Just 'cause
incredible. Yeah.
It's a beautiful
It's a
art.
beautiful art.
It's a beautiful art.
It's a
Simple
beautiful
as.
art.
No, it's
Also-
two people combining together who happen to be furries, holding awkwardly.
I love it. Also, one of my roommates, I once showed them a Car Seat Headrest song.
Yeah.
What's her name? Car Seat Headrest. This was a long time ago, but it was so funny.
That's so. I
was
would
one of
die.
the funniest
That would
things.
be fucking hilarious.
Car
Car
Seat.
Seat Headrest?
I don't know her.
I've never heard of her.
Yeah, this song's fine. This is probably my least favorite. I mean, I've always wanted to get into it, but it's like it's a little
Yeah,
too.
A little bit of a drone.
It drones a bit for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there's some cool parts.
But I definitely, when I'm listening to the whole album though,
Yeah.
like silently, maybe not quite in this context where I'm talking over the entire thing, but when I'm listening to this album by myself,
It's the only way to listen.
I'll listen to the whole thing, obviously.
Sure,
Like, I'll
sure.
Let it hit me.
In this version, does he go back to the ocean washed over your grave lines?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think that's in the next track, actually. I think
Is it
that's
on this track?
Let's
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
Oh, no, that is on this track.
Okay. Good. That's
did-
such a. I love that he always goes back to that line. It's so like
Yeah.
it's such an important line of the album.
It's super evocative, too, of the ocean washing over a grave and, like,
Opening it.
uncovering a body. like we know it's, like, emotional trauma that it's actually uncovering, but, like, the image itself of, like,
The ocean washed open your grave.
Yeah. Like, your
Just
fucking
as-
dead body
Just
was
so
right
you
there.
know.
I do like I remember you. You had a body. You had
Yeah.
hands and arms and legs and etc.
Yeah, I love that.
I feel that like remembering someone like that you haven't seen in 3
remember,
years.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
honestly is kind of like that. Like
Yeah.
you just the brain just doesn't want you.
You
to
had the
fucking
body
remember.
and the
You had a body
face,
and
etc.
hands and arms and
Right.
etc.
I remember you. Gotta go back.
It's another banging chorus.
Leviathan was powerful and inevitable.
Oh, I fell in love with my fate as it crushed me to death.
Gotta go back. We gotta go back.
This is me when the album ends and I just run it right back. We gotta go back. Put my boy on.
Oh, we're going back.
Let's talk about It's Only Sex for a second.
That's the most popular.
That's his most popular song.
Right now? Wow.
That's crazy, right?
That's funny. I mean, I guess it says it has a message that's very clear.
I never listened to
Is
that
the
song
song
until I
like,
had
I'm
sex. I remember the first time I listened to it, I was like, I get this. I was having.
I finally get it.
Hey, can you stop for a second? Let me put something on.
There's something I've always known I want to have sex to.
Yeah, I've never had sex to this bass line, but I want to so badly.
It's got a good rhythm, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Doesn't he open with like I'm sweating? It's
Yeah,
just sweat.
It's just
It's-
sweat.
it's a
It's
good song.
dripping. It's wet. It's sweat.
This is off Living While Starving.
You.
Pretty uncharacteristic bass line, but fun.
That's one of my favorite parts about this song.
yeah.
Special pleasure. We don't have to listen to the whole song.
It's fun though. Let's go to. We're gonna go 5.5 minutes in.
Yes.
Famous Prophet's Minds.
Yes. And he shouts out the person Kate Wirtz, who I believe this album is about, or people claim this album is about, does get a shout out here in this
Kate
section.
Wirtz, creator
Kate
of
Wirtz.
Lame Zone Comics.
I believe Kate Wirtz was the one who designed the Twin Fantasy album cover and all of his album covers around.
Got it. Before the person from my high
Yeah,
school.
before whoever that person was. So weird.
So weird.
Three transgressions of Wirtz. What? Yeah, I don't. Oh, it's a rephrasing of the Bible, apparently, this section.
Okay.
Of Amos 1:3, obviously.
To drop someone's last name at them is
Yeah,
crazy.
I know. This album's about you. Here's your last name.
Yeah.
The Three Transgressions of Westenberg.
Yeah. God. Have you heard that in a song?
Shit.
7 minutes into a
Oh,
song.
yeah, you're 50 minutes into an album about, like, your relationship.
It's about
Oh,
me.
They said my last name. Okay.
This is fire though. I've never heard this bit. Or I can't.
I don't think this is. I
recall.
don't.
Yeah, it's not on the.
I don't think it's
2018.
on the.
For 3 transgressions of words, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment.
honestly, I just love going through this version and finding we're able to pick out everything that's not on the 2018 one.
That's what I figured
Yeah,
would make sense.
just by feature of like knowing that one so well.
Just like I don't know that I don't recognize.
I don't
this.
recognize this instantly. It must not be on the other album.
The transgressions of words. It's such a funny melody.
Yeah, but it's also, and then at the same time, the ocean washed open your grave is also playing, just overlapping over each other.
Take that, Wirtz.
Yeah.
Oh, just I feel like at any moment you can cut to a part of a Car Seat Headrest song and it'll just be like you'll get these like sentimental big guitars like it's just like it's just great.
Yeah, if you take any 10+ minute Car Seat Headrest song, cut like 7 minutes in, you'll get to like such an emotional build up like instantly.
And like you'll stick around.
Yeah.
And washed over your grave. Yeah, he does drop some like biblical references.
Yeah, we get an outro on this one.
Yeah.
Another one thing that I don't feel like I recognize. I think all of the spoken word sections are different on the newer album. He must have just read those and been like, I really don't relate to this shit anymore. I regret writing this, simply.
I don't care about Dan Behar anymore.
I don't give a fuck about Destroyer anymore. I'm all about Frank.
Yeah.
Fuck Destroyer's rupees. I'm all about Frank's blonde.
Ivy. Yeah, Frank's blonde.
Yeah. I feel like we're ready to.
I want to hear this outro.
Let's hear Will talk. Go out and stand on the mountain before the Lord.
Classic bass line and
Now
spoken
there was a
word.
great wind, so strong that it was splitting mountains and breaking rocks in pieces before the Lord. But the Lord was not
He has
in the
this like
wind.
certain like very pretentious voice.
He really does.
Like poetry
And,
reading type voice.
He sounds like the shittiest dude at the party.
Yeah.
So basically, it was them breaking rocks in pieces before the Lord.
Before the Lord.
Up to the fire or whatever.
The sound of sheer
Silence.
Nice. Now let's go to the final track.
Final track, Twin Fantasy.
We made
Those boys.
Right at 1 hour, actually.
Right in 1 hour? Fuck yeah.
And this album is exactly 59:45. Gotta respect that.
This
love these
beginning
organs,
part
yeah.
is straight off of Sunburned Shirts.
Oh,
if you
okay.
know that Car Seat Headrest song.
Is that off My Back Is Killing Me, Baby?
It is, yeah. It's one of the best album names.
Great album, man. Not my favorite album, but there's some good there's some good tracks. I haven't looked at the sun for so long.
I've forgotten how much it hurt.
I feel that line.
Yeah, when you just don't go outside.
I mean, the sun is hell, so you can't look at that.
True. Yeah,
Don't lie.
it's late at night. You're like, I can't fucking look at that shit. Like, I just don't want to. Don't show me.
The sun is hell.
Sun is hell.
The show ain't over. I love this. It just like
Yeah, the build.
it has the same like I mean, obviously there's a connection between the first and last track. Like, My Boy, Twin Fantasy, Those Boys.
Yes.
But it has that same like vibe, just like slow, anthemic, like got the
Off into
organs,
the
we got the
distance.
drum.
Those two brothers, those two lovers, and their smooth-cocked adventures. That should be our Spotify bio. Off into the distance, those two brothers, those two lovers.
They're smooth
Cocked adventures.
What is that? Tours.
Tours.
Oh, church. Okay.
I don't know. What is it? I like
Adventures.
Tours.
Those smooth cocked
They're
adventures.
smooth cocked adventures. It should be like Twin Fantasy, Those Hunks.
Those songs. Let's do our version.
For so long.
Hunk Fantasy.
Hunk Fantasy.
Those hunks.
Haven't looked at the sun for so long. Yeah, exactly.
It's
Like,
kind of an Arab strap drum bay. I'm just looking for an Arab strap connection.
I'm looking anywhere for an
I
Arab
don't know
strap
why.
connection. We got to figure out how to get them in the same blunt rotation somehow. Like,
because they'll lighten the mood.
Yeah.
Stuart Murdoch will be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, he'll probably be talking about his like chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who else
we
were we?
about it?
I mean, obviously Richard D. James. Will
Yeah,
be there.
Rich D.
And then I think our support will be like we were talking about like Zach Fox.
Yeah,
Somehow
he'll be like the one from our generation.
Yeah, and I mean like.
I think he would have a great time. I know he doesn't like white people very much, and we're bringing him
Sure.
somewhere with like 6 white people.
Kind of some of the whitest people.
Some of the whitest people on planet Earth. But
No,
like,
he'd bring the vibes.
bring the vibes though.
I love these like hypotheticals that we outlined of like Zach Fox talking to Will Toledo. I just love to see that picture.
Oh my god. It'd be
It looked like this, probably. Those boys.
Those boys, Zach Fox and Will Toledo, and Stuart Murdoch of Belle and Sebastian.
Someone photoshopped that. Those boys.
Holy shit! Look at the picture. What happens if I look up Zach Fox, Will Toledo? Like, I'll just do it.
I'd love to know. He might be a fan. I don't know.
I really doubt it. It's like the whitest music ever. Absolutely nothing. Well, actually, let's do a quick guessing game. What do you think Pitchfork gave Zach Fox's album?
4.
I'm at 6.3.
Really? 3.6.
3.6. I had the numbers. You had the rate. You were closer. 3.6.
Shut the fuck up talking to me.
Shut the fuck up talking to me, Pitchfork.
No
You
fun.
piece of shit.
I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. I don't read
Fuck
them,
Pitchfork. Give Zach Fox a 7, yo.
Yeah. For real. I don't know what he's saying right now, but
I don't know either because it's overlaid over itself 10 times.
because I can't hear it.
Yeah, it feels like, honestly, you're spinning and levitating towards the hell that is the sun right now.
Oh, we got another spoken word coming, so
Yes.
do stay tuned.
Yeah, this is kind of the whole, like, I feel like this connects right to the album cover where it's like they were connected at the back of the head. They got a conduit. Their minds are the same. It's like two people who are so connected but fucking so toxic together also.
I mean, it's a pure love album. I mean, it's like, it's about a specific person / time / relationship. And from many different angles.
This is the part of the song where Will gives up.
He dissociates.
Something that could happen to him.
Hello, Will.
If it's something that takes place only in his mind. But
It's kind of like the thesis for the whole album, literally.
he has rejoined society.
Come, dear children,
Come, dear children.
call no more.
He has only lyrics now.
He has only lyrics now.
Do you know which song it's on where he's like, I am in control of my domain? Is that on the 2018
I am
version?
not. Yeah. What
It
is
must
that?
be. I want to say it's like,
I feel like
I don't know.
he's like, and he says like, I am not the.
Yeah. I just remember that line. I'm in control. It sounds like a self-help like thing.
I think it is this song on the 2018 version. But let's see.
Okay.
That you can't do that.
I am in control. Car Seat Headrest. Google search. Oh, it's on. No, it's
No,
not.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
fine. Who knows?
Who knows? Too much.
Is there? Wait. Just go back to that. I saw Car Seat Headrest, white Ferrari, twin fantasy.
See, that was one.
Oh, I thought it said those boffs. I thought that was funny.
What is this video gonna be?
I don't
Is this
know.
Oh, did he? Oh, he did a white Ferrari cover.
Damn, he's been a Frank cat for a minute.
He loves him. I'm just gonna like this for later. It's on the Daft Hunks YouTube
You're
if
gonna
you want to
listen
watch
to
it.
this
Also.
and whatever else we found earlier. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to this and then also the
That was
Yellow
off cam.
Wallpaper audiobook.
Yeah. Or the Corrupted by MIDI.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
off cam. Yeah,
that was off
check out
cam.
Corrupted by MIDI.
Yeah,
y'all.
check them out. Just
We
we're
don't. We
curious
haven't
about
listened.
them.
Yeah. Check us out and report back.
Yeah, we're curious. Damn.
Fuck, it's so climactic. Just starts ripping at the end. I love that he gives you the spoken word of the entire thesis of the album that he is creating. He's dissociating from reality because of this romance into a literal fantasy.
Yeah.
And then he just starts banging on the guitar.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happened. These were his actual thoughts at Harper's Ferry
Yeah, when he was
that day.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Where is Harper's Ferry, honestly? Fuck.
Good question.
Good question.
It's white Ferrari.
On these rides.
I want to say West Virginia. Okay. I think that's where he's from, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to
looks
fucking
pretty.
go visit Harper's Ferry. Oh my
Car
god.
Seat Headrest West Virginia tour.
Yeah, it's probably such a tourist attraction nowadays. Harper's Ferry is probably packed nowadays with tourists.
You can meet some of the worst people in the world there.
Yeah, they have snafu every day.
Yeah. It is such a
You
landmark.
can go there and meet some of the worst white people
And
in
then
the world.
there's like a guided tour. So as you can see, the speed limit has decreased by 10 at this point.
So if we keep driving this way, oh, there it is. Speed limit keeps decreasing by 10.
10, guys. Take a photo. Look at that. 35 miles an hour. Wow.
So as we enter Harper's Ferry, I'm thinking about you.
The worst tour guide in the world. Damn.
Yeah, so you can see the speed limit signs right there. They start decreasing by 10.
Someday, after apocalypse, you're asking
Yes.
how will Car Seat Headrest be remembered? That's how. I mean,
Yeah, the Harper's Ferry
after West Virginia is
Museum.
destroyed,
Yes.
There will be the Harper's Ferry Museum.
The Harper's Ferry official car seat headrest museum at Harper's Ferry.
So as you can see, this body has come out of its grave.
So don't you realize that this could fall apart at any time?
Yeah.
Watch this.
That could be
Breaks it
fun.
with like a hammer.
A fun event. Then they have a big dance. They get like super high. Yeah.
Yeah, you start off sober as fuck, and then eventually they're like, everybody, take the tabs.
I will.
We talked about doing
Blonde.
5 years, but it just must have
Just didn't happen.
didn't happen. Now we'll have to wait another 5.
Well, for another 5. That's the rules. It's got to be an even number.
Them's the rules, kids.
Them's the rules.
So familiar.
Spending each day of the year. Little Beatles moment.
Yeah.
I think it
plan a
legit
trip
is.
to Harper's Ferry, a 3-star hotel averaging $131.
Cheap, guys.
Are you serious? Only a 6-hour flight, and it's only going to cost us $830.
Guys, if you want to split a room, any heads out
Oh
there?
yeah, come on, people. University, store, college. That looks
Anyways, I think you went to like William and Mary. I could be wrong. I think that was. I feel like I could look that up.
cool. CSH College. Google never knows what CSH is. Genuinely, every time I try and search up a car seat
Yeah,
thing, I
no.
just type in CSH and it never knows what I'm talking
They
about.
don't know.
Yeah, it has no clue. I
Sorry,
think-
but Google doesn't have the same algorithm as you.
it's true.
I think we just lost our light on our camera, but
It's all good.
it's all good. We're closing
It's all
out.
good, yeah.
Where did Car Seat Headrest go to
Car
college?
seat headrest college. He did go to William and Mary.
Okay. I believe he's an English major too, so shout out.
Oh,
Shout out.
absolutely makes sense.
Makes
It's like a fabulous writer. Yeah. I guess let's recap it. What
Sure.
did we think? What did we gain? How do we feel?
Yeah. I feel like I did learn some things about the differences between the two mixes.
Oh yeah, I think I could
And,
tell you. I could tell you every difference between the two
Yeah,
albums.
absolutely. I think I still like just because I heard it first, I do prefer the 2018 version.
Definitely. I think I do
just
as
like
well.
it's like I don't know.
Don't say that to anyone on Reddit.
No, like you shouldn't be penalized for that. It's like they sound better.
Yeah, I like
But
the
there are
version that like
differences,
is
I get
is
it.
mixed better.
Yeah, I mean if I would have heard it first, the 2011 one, sure. But
Yeah, I could only imagine being a car seat headrest head
know.
in 2011.
Where are those
like
people
you
now?
just got done listening to 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
And like Twin
Right.
Fantasy drops.
You knew all the other beach songs.
Yeah, you're like, yes, beach funeral, beach,
Yeah.
beach, you
Beach
know,
death.
beach, and then the other one.
Yeah. Wasn't about you though.
But it could have been.
Could have been.
Nah, I could have.
Thanks for listening to the Daft Hunks.
For real,
It's
this
been
is
a fun
such an awesome album.
We
Just-
covered a lot of ground. Hopefully we
Yeah, I think it was a good
covered
time.
some. It went deep.
Yeah.
On an album we love.
It's so
And,
good. It's just so incredibly
until
good.
next time.
Yeah. I love you guys. Do we have a song to go out to? Or we're just going out to silence. The sheer sound of silence.
Thank you for listening, and good night.
Go now to the Harper's Ferry Tour at Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. You can see every car seat headrest attraction.